Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Damandeep Kaur, Assistant Professor at the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. So in today's module, I'll be discussing about personality traits, and under this, I'll be discussing about big 5 personality traits. So these are conscientiousness, emotional stability, extroversion, agreeableness, and openness. So the big 5 personality traits, these are conscientiousness, emotional stability, extroversion, agreeableness, and openness. So let's discuss these one by one. Yes, what we really mean by conscientiousness. So it means obedience to conscience, and a person has a moral sense of right and wrong. So we can have people with high conscientiousness. They are very focused people and organized. They do their work in a very systematic manner, and they set their goals and try to achieve their goals. They are goal-oriented people, and yes, they are very disciplined. So after knowing about high conscientiousness, let's discuss about low conscientiousness. It means these kind of people are not focused, they are not organized, not at all systematic, and they are very indisciplined in nature, and yes, they are not at all goal oriented. So now in the organizational context, when we have these unique personalities, people with high conscientiousness, they are high performers, whereas with low conscientiousness, people are low performers. Okay. So the next trait is emotional stability and neuroticism. So emotional means expressing emotions. Now we know we are human beings, we are good in expressing emotions. Now people with high emotional stability, so these kind of people have control over feelings. They have control over their mood swings. They are resilient in nature. It means in case of some adversities, they bounce back quickly. They are very calm and cool, and yes, they have a very positive approach towards life. They are very optimistic people. Then comes, in the contrary, the low emotional stability people. So these people, they get nervous in the stressed situations, they get irritable with their work, they feel insecure in job situations sometimes, and they feel depressed most of the times. Now if you have these kind of people in organizations, so people with high emotional stability, they can handle job stress positively, whereas people with low emotional stability, they cannot handle job stress. Next comes the extroversion. It means the state of being concerned primarily with things outside the self. So now, extrovert people, they are party loving people, they like to socialize, they are sociable, they are unreserved, and they like to talk a lot, and yes, normally they start the conversations. And next comes the on the opposite, introvert, and they're very shy in nature, they're reserved, they want to be in their own boundaries, and they avoid large groups. They're less sociable in nature, and they're very quiet, they like quiet environment, and most of the time they're in their own thoughts. So when you have extroverts in your organization, so these people are good in jobs like sales, public relations. And when you talk about the introvert people, they like a quiet environment, so they are good for research and development departments, software development. Now next comes agreeableness. So it deals with how well a person gets along with others. It's very important. So people with high agreeableness, if you're agreeable, it means you agrees with others, on their ideas. Okay, if they and you have a gentle approach, you're compassionate, full of love, you cooperate with others, and you are understandable, you understand others. And less agreeable people, they disagree with the people on new ideas, and when they listen to some new ideas, they argument, and they are less compassionate. They don't cooperate with others. Actually, they want the things to move their way. Okay, say most of the times they disagree with others. Now, if you have this personality trait, you are agreeable personality, so you can have good relationship with superiors, subordinates, colleagues, customers, and suppliers. So on the contrary, people with less agreeableness, they don't have harmonious relationship with insiders, outsiders, and other stakeholders. Next comes openness. So it's a sense of curiosity about the world, and it can say it's a willingness to try new things. Now, if you have people with high degree of openness, so these people are very creative people. They accept new ideas, okay, and they're more imaginative. On the contrary, the less degree of openness, they're less curious people, not very excited, not creative, inflexible. They like the traditional ways of doing the things. They are less imaginative. So, in the organizational context, if you have people with high degree of openness, they are better performers and they are easily acceptable by others. And if you have people with less degree of openness, they are low performers and not appreciated by others. So, I hope you have understood the big 5 personality traits, and you can remember all these traits by this acronym which I am going to tell you. You can remember the big 5 personality traits with the acronym OCEAN. So, O C E A N. Okay, so here O is for openness, right, and C is for conscientiousness, E for extroversion, A for agreeableness, and yes, new is for neuroticism, or we can say emotional stability, right. So, thank you, my dear listeners. Stay tuned and stay happy.